Math Online Works video tutorials. Today I'll be showing you how to find the GCF, also known as the greatest common factor of numbers for the pre-algebra level. Let's say you have two numbers here and it is 25 and 75 and you're required to find the GCF of it. Okay, what GCF means is you're trying to find the biggest number that these two can be divided by. Alright, what is the biggest number that these two can be divided by, which would still leave the answer to be a whole number? In other words, a number like 1, 2, 3 and stuff, not like 0.2 or like 3.2. Okay, so we're going to try to find the biggest number these two can be divided by that is still a whole number. In other words, not decimal. 5, let's try 5 because these two end with 5. And 25 divided by 5 is 5, 75 divided by 5 is 25. So that works, because 5 and 25 are both whole numbers. But let's see if we can find a bigger number. Let's try this number itself, the 25 here. In this case, if you divide both of them by 25, this one would be a 1, and this one would be a 3. And 1 and 3 are whole numbers. And 25 is a lot bigger than 5. So 25 so far seems to be the greatest common factor. Let's see if there's any other numbers that can be divided by these two that are bigger than 25. Well, let's try the number 50. Okay, if you divide 25 by 50, that is 0.5, which is not a whole number. So 50 won't work. Let's try 75. If you divide 25 by 75, that'll be somewhere around 0.333, and that is not a whole number either. So the biggest number that really can be divided by those two is 25, and that's the answer. This time, let's try to find the greatest common factor of 45 and 63. As I said earlier, the greatest common factor is the biggest number that these two can be divided by and still be a whole number after the division occurs. And a whole number is something like 1, 2, 3, not like 0.3 or 0.4 or anything with decimals at all. Okay, let's see what these two numbers can be divided by. Let's write out this first. We're going to try all these numbers. Alright, one never is counted when you're doing GCF. Okay, 45 divided by 2, that'll be a decimal, so that doesn't count. 45 divided by 3, that'll be 15. 63 divided by 3, that'll be 21. Ooh, that works. Okay, let's try 4 now. 45 divided by 4, that's a decimal, so that's not going to work. 45 divided by 5, okay, that's 9. 63 divided by 5, oh, that's a decimal, so that's not going to work either then. 45 divided by 6, that's a decimal, so that's not going to work. 45 divided by 7, that's a decimal, that's not going to work. 45 divided by 8, that's a decimal, and it's not going to work. 45 divided by 9, that would be 5. Back to 3 and 9. 9's the bigger one because we're trying to find a greater common factor. So the answer is 9.